Welcome to another Kingscrusher radio show. No, Kingscrusher Banter Blitz, not radio show. Yes, that's a good start. Right. So it's Sunday. I'm still a bit recovering. I had a wisdom tooth extracted on Wednesday, and so I'm going to try and talk without using my mouth, if that's possible. Yes, you can see it's like, yeah, it's not great. Anyway, let's take these challenges. Okay, so Alfam Lap. Oh dear. So Alfam Lap. Hi there. It was going to be a radio show because I was thinking I shouldn't really show my face today, but I thought no, I'll show up. With the face today swollen. So anyway, yes, I was tortured for about half an hour on Wednesday. Torture chamber. Worse than playing on some rook and pawn ending for several hours and then losing. So let's see. This looks good so far. H4, H5. Yeah, 2 goals. I had a good time getting my wisdom tooth out. One of them was from India. I said about chess. She didn't really know much about it. I said, what about Vishy Anand? And she didn't really know about him. I was shocked. I thought everyone knew about Vishy Anand from India. That's shocking. So, anyway, check. Alright, knight h4 to g6. Can I finish this game quickly with this little trap? Or not? Knight g6 is checkmate. I'm not sure it's such like a terrible trap. So, okay, thanks for the game, Alpham Lap. I don't think a trap, if it doesn't compromise your position too much. Okay, well, we're going to play 5 minutes. Okay, and the king is a very dangerous opponent. He's up in that virtual match at the moment. And okay, I'll play this. Whatever it is. Is this going to a bad dragon or something? Actually, I think I can play for f5 quite quickly here. This looks as though I might have an interesting game anyway. A bit of counterplay. Queen h4, g4. Do I need to play c6? Might be threatening knight f3 here or queen d4. Knight f3 to get that bishop if I wanted that. Don't know. Knight g4, knight f3. Take this bishop off. I'm gonna worry maybe about c7. Okay, so knight g4 gets the light square bishop. This could be like handy, actually. I think I'll go for this light square bishop. Is it like check and winning a pawn or something? I guess I'm going to lose a pawn. If he wants. Well, there's bishop g5, there's queen h5. But queen b7, bishop e5, g3 weakens the light squares. And I've got the light square bishop. So I'm wondering if this is a bit controversial. Queen b7. Let's have a look at bishop g5, queen h5. For a moment. Oh, there. Alright. If I played bishop e5 here, f4, anything clever there? Try if I put the bishop back for a moment. Oh, around here. I got an eye on bishop h3. Maybe I could have considered bishop h3. Now, while the queen's there, it looks as though the queen will just go back to g2, though. I mean, maybe that's the point. The queen just goes back to g2. And if I played... Okay, let's see. If I played rook f7, I'll lose the rook. Rook c7 for a moment. Can I build up at all? I wonder, bishop e5. What about g5, g4? g5, g4 might be an interesting build up here. Without losing a piece just yet. Mm, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Getting rid of my attacking, potentially useful bishop there. This could be a key pawn, actually. That is one. I'm going here, just... Oh, I don't know if this is any good. Bishop c6, knight c7. c5, knight f6. Gonna drive this queen away. This doesn't look good with knight f6, I've got to say. What about rook e5? I didn't want to lose c7 in particular. Oh, I'm going to lose the exchange. Am I? Queen c3, king f7. Check. Knight e7 after. Queen c3, rook e5. Oh, okay, what's happening here? I'm trying to play for bishop h3, I think. Well, if there's any time to take on h3, I'll try now. Not really sure. This is too hot. Not really sure it does anything. Let's see, he's got knight e6 after, or queen e5. So I don't know what my next move is after gh at the moment. Fascinating. The check, king h2, and this is a clever trick there. I don't know, what about rook f3 in that position? Could that be the trick I need? Knight e6, king h6. Alright. I can't see anything else to do, particularly. His checks might be winning. Knight e8, king h6, and queen f8 immediately. Alright, I'm banking on rook f3. The knight e6 check is a killer because he protects h3 though. That's unfortunate. I can't move the king. Is that? Oh, okay. This doesn't look good now. Rook f3, knight e6, and knight takes g5. Whoa. No, I thought this was slightly suspect. It's pretty suspect. I can't move the king, can't move the rook. Yes, I can't see it. Can't see it. This is something lurking on h3 after losing an entire rook. It's a bit unlikely. Doubt it. Yes. This is very suspect. Very. A rook down with no, I don't think, is there anything? Let's keep a watch for anything interesting. Doubt it. Can't, well, no, I doubt it. Yes, I doubt this very much. Just see how it finishes. I thought I can use this H pawn or something. Rook f4, Queen d6. Yes, that seems to be pretty convincing. I think I'm going down there. And it's pretty. I think it's pretty high rated to sort of finish this. But yeah, so I'm gonna resign. I'm gonna resign. Well played. Oops. Yeah, he's leading our match. Okay. Al Disto. Okay, let's see. Al Disto. So, King H7, 94. Actually, what have I just done? Just giving up. Yeah, that. Yes, I better get back to the ball position here. Okay, I've got maybe some compensation, but good time to wake up with that pawn loss. Okay, so Rook H8. There's some compensation anyway. I hope. Rook H8, Knight E5 or Knight D4. Knight D4 or Knight E5. Maybe Knight D4. Actually, I could cement that knight with the other one. I've just dropped F4, haven't I? I've just dropped F4. This isn't good. I've just dropped F4. Yes. Oh man, what am I doing today? I'm going to get some play over here. Rook B8 and B5. That doesn't seem very likely. Hang on. Okay. Am I just getting opened up? What about if H6, I just play King H7. I don't want to get too opened up here. What's happening though? Queen over here. This is not very good. Take here, and that's an evil decision. Oh no, it's a pretty bad one. I don't like this. My queen can. He's not going to let my queen swing, surely, is he? That might give me some hope. I don't know. Am I slipping like an L here away or not? I don't know. Rook G8, Queen H6. Think about L's, slippery L's. Rook G8 and Queen H6. Well, there's no Queen F6, right? Right, there's Rook G4, another little forcing move, just to try and get for Queen H6. that would be a nice diagonal. Maybe I'm reversing the situation a little bit, I hope. Oh, kind of thing here. That Queen H6 looks potentially even better if I can survive this. And Queen H6 coming up. Oh, there's Knight C7, is that the point? Oh no, Knight C7. King D7. Well, it's got things, it's a bit tricky to have things hanging though, isn't it? The Knight and the Queen. And this, yeah, dread to think. Alright, I better take this, or King D8, or Queen H6. Maybe I should get the queens off. Probably, hang on, probably. I'm not running into two checks, am I? Knight C7, King D7, that's another check after. And get the queens off, got an H pawn. Don't know actually. See, King D7. Well, this is weird again. Why? Alright, the situation where the knights hold each other. I see. Okay. You can push on the H pawn. Doesn't it the H pawn, does it help? I hope it helps for a moment. Distraction. H2 and Rook G1. There's a bit of a distraction going on. This looks like a weak H pawn now. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It's a weak H pawn. I probably need my knights to work something up. Some magic here with the knights. Over here. Actually, this knight's hanging again. Does he go and protect the knight? Right. I get my king away from the checks, the evil checks. Oh, not so easy. Well, the king's run quite some way. This H2. He's going for my B7. Hang on. How do I defend B7 after knight D8 or knight C5? Right, I need some defense. Yeah. This looks, I don't know. Yeah, quick Queen H8 for G8. Is that a defense idea? I can't see too many. Queen B8, I mean knight C5, Queen B8. Maybe Queen C8 is better. I've got to do something. I'm losing the H pawn after. Yes. Any chance for counter-attack with knight D4 and Rook G1? If Rook G4 to kick things off, then knight D4. I want to kick this away, but it's going to be knight B4. Threatens mate. Oh. Okay, my only threat of the game. Sorry, it's swindle. I need to wake up. Sorry, I was really lucky there. That was nearly had me. Okay. It's yeah. Okay, butterfly. So let's see. This is a nice line, I think. I usually do well from this line. Paul Georgie mentioned that. It's a way of getting a few pawns for the let's see what's the ball position out of interest. Just put it on an illegal move. Yeah. Okay. You get a few pawns for the knight. It's an interesting line. Or even more sometimes. This can't be good for white. This particular line cannot be good for white. Alright, so there's bishop c5 and then knight f4 of queen d3. It's pretty nasty. It's kind of, I've scored heavily with this, believe it or not, in bullet chess. This sort of thing. Just try and be precise though here. Knight f4, king f2. There is bishop e3 and then knight d5 after. There's anything better. Yeah, queen d3 was totally disastrous, but this is not entirely disastrous, or is it? Takes knight f4, king d2. Okay, knight f4 immediately. I'm thinking bishop takes and then taking on d5 surely is okay. Anything better? b6. Let's imagine b6 for a moment. Takes bishop a6. King f2, queen f4, knight f3. You know, I'm not sure. I think the simple approach might be just to be content with the simplification on bishop e3 and maybe queen c2. Or just taking the king could come up to get a pawn back. Queen c2 is pretty tempting. Or just taking the queens off for knight d5. Yeah, it's probably fairly simple, but the king could come up to munch a pawn. But it can't be considered a disaster opening, especially compared to the previous game. This is like a healthy situation. Let's stop g4 and try and win this f5. This looks very promising. Yeah, simple approach. If I calculate too much, like I could spend a minute, 2 minutes, and I'm just losing on time after. But this approach seems okay, pragmatic. Just be content with a pawn up or whatever, which is now 2 pawns up or something, or more. Stop b4. There's also e3 here. There's an e3. This looks good. This looks all pretty good. I don't want to lose that pawn though in a hurry. Some accuracy around here. So rook e8 and d5 stuff. d5. d5 is available. And okay, it's still pretty good. Is he okay? I'll put this bishop here. I'm gonna activate a rook soon. If he defends, hence activates a rook. Go down this a file. Let's see. There's knight e5. Maybe. Then what? Let's see. Knight e5. Rook a1. Knight e5. Knight d3. d5, knight d3, or knight e4. All pleasant choices. Knight e4. Try and get these pawns going, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to get these pawns going. So actually rook a1 is also pretty good. Probably rook a1 is pretty good. The h5 pawn is hanging. Loses a bit of time to take that on the knight e5, protects f7. Okay, if I took here though, then knight e5, because that gives me knight d3. Alright. What about rook a1 here then? See if I can simplify. Oh, I didn't want to lose that pawn. Oh, no. Let's not try and lose that pawn. This is too late. It could be too late. I might have blundered a bit there. If I get a knight to e4. Okay. Let's go back for this pawn. Hang on. d4. d4 looks thematic to sort of play d3 and protect e3 again. And now let's see rook d1. I can renew d3 as a threat. Okay, I can take and then. Do I want to take? Maybe I just want to take. It looks as though it should be enough. b4's loose. Right, e2. Oh, I might play for e2 here. I think there's a lot of pressure here. e2 is possible here, or even. Well, e2 looks simple to play. Right, so I can take it here. I think there's knight c2. There's knight c2 for e1. Yeah, as long as I wasn't losing the pawns back, it seemed pretty good from the opening. It's just an opening kind of trap, really. This game is just an opening trap to be aware of. Thanks, Butterfly. Harry 8. It's okay, so Harry 8. So this is some sort of French defense or hippopotamus coming up. Queen e2 and maybe castle and rook e1. Just classical setup. I mean, just I don't know the process of center knight f1, knight g3. Central pressure. I don't know. This knight coming to g3. That with that e5, I'm wondering about the f5 square. So knight g3. Yeah, like a Ruy Lopez sort of in a way, maybe a closed Ruy Lopez or King's Engine, or whatever it is. I think I'm going to build up with a plan of knight f5 and g4 coming up. Let's see, queen f3, g4, queen f3, maybe a4 and the rook, and it sort of reminds me of a game of John Nunn in his Secrets of Grandmaster Chess. He had a game like this. I think, well, he had great. I don't know if anyone's got that book. It's a really good book. Some of the annotations seem really cool. How to build up. is, I don't know, rook g3. The chance for rook g3 here, this looks a bit like I'm hoping I can do something on the king side. I suppose I need to be able to play, I can play h4, h5 and try and justify that g file somehow later. h4 is supported with the knight. Maybe queen f3, given that there's no knight h4 stops this knight f4, which could be something. So I'm wondering about, let's see, g5, h4, there's knight h6 here. Knight h6 does some structural damage, because king h8, knight f7, yeah, some structural damage. Maybe even winning a pawn soon. When he goes play bishop g7. Alright, at least some fractures on the pawn structure. Pardon me. Okay, so queen h5. Queen h5. Is that possible here? I'm missing some tactics or something. Pieces generally pointing this direction. This bishop's of course hemmed in. But the g file looks like promising. G takes coming up. Okay, so this looks a bit scary for black. Okay, let's see, knight g6 is played, so g takes h6 looks scary to me. Although there is queen h4, but then there'll be rook g6 check. But I'll be blocking against rook g6 if I play knight g4. For the moment, can I just double? So queen, well, I can just take on queen h4. What am I talking about? Okay, what do I want to do? Knight g4, bishop g5. f3, is f3 possible? Alright, so knight g4, that doesn't lose anything, right? f3 is protected. Alright, but I can take, and then knight f6 is double check. Oh yeah, knight f6 would be double check. Let's have a quick look at this. Yeah, because the king moves and then rook g8. Yeah, okay, thanks for the game. It was tricky. Okay, Fenneman. Hi there. Try Sicilian defense. Okay. Well, I don't know about bishop d2. It doesn't look right at the moment, bishop d2, because I think it's giving me a bit of time to hit e4 here. And that's thematically, I want to sort of put pressure on the center. So something like knight d7, rook c8. And then maybe even, like, well, I can think about some strange stuff or simple looking stuff. The strange stuff, I'm wondering rook c7, queen a8. But, yeah, I don't know. Hold on. D5. Is that worth it? Not really. Maybe just play like this, double fianchetto, and then d5. Although isn't e5 kind of winning a piece potentially? Yeah. d5, e5. Maybe it isn't clever. Here it's possible though. It's just blocked that. Take it here. It feels right to sort of play d5 sometimes, I think. Yeah. Okay, so knight c4 looks interesting. If I get the light square bishop. I like the double fianchetto if they can spring to life. The two bishops. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe I can snatch this pawn, this poor little pawn over here, in the absence of anything else immediately obvious. It does help to sort of, well, the endgames. I wonder, knight c5. Knight h5. Knight d7. Knight d7 might be good to challenge that guy. Okay, my king side. I can take this there and try and get the queens off before my king side falls apart. Yeah, these two pawns now in its ending, if I just get the queens off, surely the ending is pretty interesting. Okay, this bishop doesn't bode well generally, but how do I get mated just with the bishop? If I just start advancing these guys. Okay, I can see I could get mated potentially with a few files being opened. Maybe I should think about evicting this bishop. I can see like taking g4, rook h2, and then this bishop would be great. Place with like rook c6 and e5. Yeah, just in case there's some naughty business going on here. Even if I lose a pawn out of this, I just want to get rid of this bishop or something, or get a pin for f6. Oh, I was expecting bishop c4 and then bishop e5 and a pin. Yeah. It doesn't look too dangerous. Yeah. Thanks for the game, Benjamin. Okay, so the Mad King. Start knight c6. Okay, so I'm playing for f5, like a king's engine really, f5, f4. If I can get this tight position, which is kind of attacking with f5, f4. Yeah, this f4 is like king's engine. If I can get the g file, that'd be cool. I think f4, as long as f4 doesn't drop off like a previous game, that would be handy if it didn't drop off that easily. It would be useful attacking pawn wedge. Okay, so g5 and knight g6, if I can get round to that. Alright, g5, knight g6. It's a nice blockade position. It's similar to this over the board game I put on the Kingscrusher channel a few days back on last Tuesday. If you want to check that out, the sort of blockade idea on e5. It's pretty nice here to have this, I think, in general. Although losing the light square bishop, having to lose the light square bishop is a concern. Yeah. Oh well. Or the dark square one. Well, I'd rather knight g6. He's not really going to take on e5, is he? Actually, okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to take with bishop soon. Am I assume. Knight h4, knight g4. Yeah. Queen f6, knight g4, queen g7. That could be a start point for thinking about things. I don't have to take on g4 then. If I invite him to take the bishop on e5, I kind of like that blockade on e5. So knight g4, queen g7 protects h6. Might also have well, f3 is lurking there. Let's see, knight g4, queen g7. Oh, right. Okay, knight g5. Let's look out for that. Oh no, rook g8. Oh, that's the one I wanted, really. That's the one I wanted, because this can be still an attacking bishop for sacrificing and stuff. I like the blockade. I can like this over the board game recently. I can shuffle around here at leisure, I think, for a bit. I hope. Don't need to consider f3 immediately. g4 looks very tasty, though. g4 looks very tasty. Here, to open up the g-file, I'll go for it here. Hope this doesn't backfire. If I can just get this road to the king, the g-file. I think this is the sort of position, if you have a blockade, you can shuffle and build pressure without too much counterplay. Alright, so this is nice. Rook G, it looks very nice. I can double. The thing is not to lose f4 in a hurry. That's one concern, potentially, I suppose. Yeah, this is great, I think. It looks, I mean, intuitively, as though the bishop's hemmed in. Nice blockade. It's a nice knight. The rooks are going to have fun on the g-file. Surely. It's queen h4 as well, or rook g3. To watch out for bishop f4, not losing the rook, but the rook's going to double soon. And there's knight f3 after that. Knight f3. Or bishop c4 here. Time to lose the beautiful knight. Something worth it, I hope. H6 might be a concern. Bishop c4. Oh, looks dangerous actually. Bishop c4. There's only king f2, and then there's. Looks really dangerous. If there was a check there, it would be like. Oof. Really dangerous. I don't need to find a total knockout blow, I believe. I just, as long as there's no backfire on h6. How about bishop g4? Because the king then can't still move. King f2. Well, I think bishop g4 is unpleasant for white here because the king's not running away. If it's going back to f2, that can't be too great. Goes back to f2. Goes back to f2. Knight e5. Hits the queen. Queen goes somewhere. Let's put the pressure on g2 for a moment. Oh, what's this? Oh, thanks for the game. Okay. Yeah, that's a dangerous attack. Remote chess. Yeah, I've had great fun over the last 3 days. No, from Wednesday I've had soft foods. I had to avoid any coffee. I haven't had coffee since Wednesday. You're supposed to avoid hot drinks after wisdom tooth removal. And all right, where's the remote chess? I bought this. It's not around. There's a big queue tonight. So hi Tez Dag. Yeah. This looks classical for the moment. It's not going to cast, is he? I can't help it. I better not laugh, it hurts to laugh. Okay, no, I'm laughing at my own compulsion to do this. Okay. Challenge from Kremlin. I'll check it in a minute. Hang on. I just blundered everything. Queen b7. Oh crap. Oh, pardon the French. Oh god. I shouldn't look at the chat while in the game. I should look at it after a game. Oh, it's pinned, right? Unpin. So I'm glad I noticed the pin. Okay, so I'm threatening. Oh, rook g6. Doesn't that win the queen? I shouldn't look over there while in a game. I'm not multitasking. Limitations of brain. Alright, thanks for the game, Thursday. I can't see Kremnik student to answer that question. Can't see it. Funky Town. I can't laugh too much tonight, it really hurts. Oh. Oh man. Yeah, I've had 3 days without any solid food really. So far for more than 3 since Wednesday. And yeah. Great. Didn't we play earlier? Coming student. Anyway, did we play earlier? Sorry, I'm just wondering. Didn't we play? Sorry, is he having me on? I don't know. Didn't we play? Did we not play earlier? I'm getting confused. No, we didn't. Okay. No. E3 loses a piece. E4? Is that? I mean, is this possible? This is uncomfortable, I've got to say. After that knight d4, I'm starting to be a bit concerned here. Playing with d5. Can't stop d5. Oh no, I'm getting pushed back. Okay, I'm getting pushed back. Right, let's not panic. Let's try and keep positive here. I'm worse at the moment. At the moment, things can change. Maybe that's c4 or there's rook c8. Bad bishop. Weak pawn. Let's try not to be too negative about it. I think queen b4 is okay. Queen b4. Come on, snap out of it. Things look a bit better now anyway. Queen c4 holds the c file at least. Can I keep some tension? Try and keep some tension with the queens on for a moment. Now this might be a good point to take, because this very good play up to that, very good play. I'm still struggling. Maybe this is bad. Oh, let's just take on b3. Could be a bad pin here on these things. Or not. That unpins. Goes back to the pin. And there's a bit of, oh yeah, e6 drops. He had me on the run for a moment there. I think I was worse, yeah. Out of the opening. B7 and play the check. And yeah. Let's go rook c8. I'm really sure I was struggling there. Oh, thanks for the game. Poker. Mocha. Okay. I had a book on the Caracan, Kasparov and someone else had some interesting ideas about dynamic ideas. Nicotine or something, Kasparov, nicotine. The general idea, I believe, is to try and get some dark square control, ideally. Sometimes that involves g3 and... Okay, I'll castle queenside here, maybe g4, g5 here. Because sometimes black castles queenside, this looks like it's very tempting just for g4, g5 here. Especially with my style of play anyway, it's not exactly off the radar. G5 is looking dangerous. Yeah, I'm not sure what black does. Yeah, this is very good tempo game. Oh, I could have prepared it more. Queen f5. Should have prepared it more. That's queen f5. No, that was bad. That was silly. Overexcitement there. Nevertheless, okay. G5 is open. I'm about to lose the queen to bishop f4 now. That's good, isn't it? Wow. Crikey. Oh. Oh, man. I'm falling into a nasty trap here. I really should have prepared this better, as previously noted. Yeah. It's the best I can do to do some damage to the king side. I mean, check king f7, just lose a piece with king b1 because bishop f4's on the way. And yeah, it's not ideal, I gotta say. Yes, I've just gone into an evil trap of some sort. I needed to prepare that g5. It was so tempting. I don't know. It tempted me to play it. Alright, damage limitation. I can't even attack here. I can't even take on h6. Piece of one down. But the king's slightly shaky. Is it enough to do something in the context of 2 minutes? Sort out my back row before doing anything. I need to sort out my back row. This might be a good move actually, because rook g7. Yeah, I was on d6. The check here. I don't like rook g7. My back row still feels weak. Okay, queen e7 is alright, this is looking a little bit better in some respects. Hold on. So take it here. Rook d7, king d7. Maybe rook h7 is better. Okay, it's going to have a nasty pin here. Oh, crikey. Can I do? I'll take this. Knight f6 and hope for the best. God knows. I mean, it's I don't know. Check queen c7. Queen can go various places. Here. Actually, that helps win the rook. Yeah, maybe bishop d6 wasn't entirely. I can take the queen here. Okay, might let me back in the game. Killing me. Yeah, I think I was pretty much doomed there. I don't want to laugh, it hurts. I was pretty much doomed. Thanks for the game. Yeah, this diagonal, when you castle queenside, this diagonal has to be watched out for. It was a bit of a disaster on that diagonal. I don't think I can. I will go here. Right, so without the dark square bishop here, another opposite side casting scenario, which they're fun generally. I think there's actually a book. There's a book on opposite castling, opposite side castling by a certain I am Lauren de Costa, I believe. He's a really good player. Yeah, I think he's examined these scenarios, sort of general scenarios. Okay. H5 coming up. In some ways, okay, this looks attractive as well. Structurally attractive. H-file attractive, like H5 coming up. So, okay, let's see what happens there. G5? Something? Maybe G5 to close down things. I mean, not have things opened up. What else? King G7. Oh, okay. Alright. I'll take this. I'll take this. I'm wondering if I can use the pin. Knight F2 takes, king moves, rook F1. Trying to use that pin, which will give me rook F2, queen E5. Almost working. Almost. Alright, I will take this. Knight E4. Knight F2 takes rook F1, queen E2. Alright. F3, if knight E3, G3. Yeah, I think knight E3, G3. No, hang on. There's queen F3. Alright, is knight E3 seriously going to be played though? What about this rook E1? G3 is possible here. Hold on a sec. could be handy. It gives me knight c5. So I'm wondering, queen f5, knight c5 hits the bishop on e6. That's e4, knight e4. No? Didn't see anything there. Well, maybe I should spend a few more seconds there, but yeah, overexcited again. I can't help it. It's my weakness. Okay, okay, too much bullet chess or something. Oh no, spend a few seconds. Okay. Just in case. I'll go for queen g8 here. There's queen a4, king b1, okay. But queen g8, knight g8, hg. That's a little tactic, I think. Queen g8 to finish off. Oh, thanks for the game, Iron Manth. Robert Kenda. All right. Well, yeah, I don't mind this variation of the Ruy Lopez. It's quite interesting side line variation. Whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called. In fact, don't know. Fianchetto variation. It's just a way of playing a sort of Keynesian style position. Like king h7, f5, f4. This just looks like a lot of fun to play. f5, f4. Let's see, so f4, alright, or e4, or d5 is possible, because of queen c5. Yeah, d5 and e4. Might be better than e4. Takes. d5, let's check this again. Queen c5. Yeah, I think it supports e4. Doesn't look too bad to me, because, well, there's a nice d file and g file. And I should have considered the check, actually. Yeah, I should have considered the check. But rook d3 coming up. I thought bishop c2 protected d3. Give me rook d3 here. Which means, like, bishop f2, e3, bishop h4. We're back to this. I'll take here. Rook e3, queen c5. Don't think it's doing too much. As long as the knight's restricted, this is okay, I think, this position. I think maybe taking this does keep that rook on d3. Oh, f5 is a bit vulnerable. And get the queens off here. Well, I don't want to lose a6. Okay. I mean the a7 pawn. So I think what I want is the queens off, and then just control the d file for a moment. Even my queen for a temporary d3 occupation without losing f5. Yeah. It's tricky then, isn't it? Is knight, I don't know, knight e7, is that possible? Just hold f5 for a moment. And then rook d8. Is it worth anything at the moment? Oh, hang on, rook e3. As a tactic, potentially. But while the queen holds d1, he could just play rook takes e3. Here though, rook e3, funny enough, is like rook and bishop, which isn't too much. But in fact, just rook takes d1. He's just blocked. There's a weakness of there's a fatal flaw of the last move. He's just blocked d1. Yeah, I think I just take on d1. Yeah, it takes a while to catch up to that. Just even that, yeah, that weakness of the last move. Right, e3, there's a pin here, so e2's threatened. I think that looks pretty good. So just e2, e1. Right, e2 here, queen e7, e1. Oh, knight g5 is now threatened. Kind of. I'm not sure it's such a big deal. Oh, okay, I was checking if it was a big deal. Okay, thanks for the game, Robert. Olaf. Hi. I had this Roxy Vine position. Okay. I know it was from Smith Morra. But get the bind for a moment. Doesn't matter about losing the light square bishop. Particularly, sometimes that's exchanged off actively with bishop b5. Because the Moxie bind is a lot of pawns on light squares in any case. Hemming in the bishop. Okay, now I want to make sure I don't end up with an isolated or backward pawn on the queen side trying to do this business. Alright, can I play a5? Is that too ambitious? Maybe knight d7. Am I just being provoked or something? Maybe I'm just being provoked. Stop knight c5. Yes, he hasn't done anything, he's just provoked me and I've just collapsed. Jeez. Oh no, what am I doing? Oh crikey, I'm going to lose the exchange now. Oh, that's great. Okay, I had a nice Moroxy bind position, which I proceeded to rack with my opponent's encouraging moves. Wait a second. Okay, I'll take it here. This check's not doing anything, huh? My pets. My pets. Why? Right, F5 and knight F4. There might be some compensation. Might. I don't know. Queen E2, knight D5. Right, the knights are doing something. Entrench the knights. B6 could be a place. Let bishop D5 happen. Knight B6 is kind of more tension kept. Knight, I don't know. Knight B6 or Queen E2. This is either not great. This looks. Okay, I don't know what the knight's going to do on B6 after. Particularly, this gives knight H5 if he swaps off. So I get a clamp at least on E7. Okay, let's imagine H3, King H2, maybe even H4. Try and peel open the king side. Now, why didn't I think about knight H5 just then? Okay, it might not be entirely bad. Rook H1. Right, it's gone a bit passive. He's going a bit passive here. Is he really going to give me a knight on F5 now? He plays E6, right? Okay. Get up this pin. Knight F5 could be a little bit dangerous for black. King G3. HG first. HG first. There's rook F4 there. There's G4 out of the question on H5. Oh. HG. There's no rook F4 then. King G3. HG, King G3, rook F4. Rook H6, King F7. Maybe Queen D3 in that position. So is it possible to do this? Is that? Maybe. I don't know. Try it. Try and use this rook with the knight. Knight F5 is bang. Feingold says the knight on F5. But here, is it really that dangerous? What? Okay, on Queen D3. Right, King G3, Rook F4, Rook H. Yeah, that seems plausible. So rook h6. Also queen h5, worth thinking about. King f5, queen f7. Alright, there's rook h6 here. And queen d3, surely. Queen d3. Gives knight d. Oh, blimey. Right, queen d3 gives queen d2. Potentially, well, if the knight wasn't hanging. I can. Oh, I can't laugh. Oh. Alright, I'll play this for a moment. Okay. Knight d6, there's rook e3. Right, rook e6 just to try and stop this rook e3 business. Okay, at least it sort of protects the knight as well. Maybe it's one of my only moves, actually. Oh, he's got king f5. Oh, no. Oh, he's played it. Say well, draw. Thanks. Well provoked. I could have just. I'm having trouble playing the Roxy buying positions recently. Big trouble. Ow. Yeah. Okay, it's I got to go and recover my tooth operation, so I know it's a bit short. Maybe just one more game to bring it over slightly. 1.5 hours. Where are my challenges? They've all gone. Are my challenges all gone? I'm completely. I don't know. They seem to have gone. What's happened here? Just reload. Just one more challenge, and I think I've got to go because I got to go and lie down and recover. Ow. All right. And so this will be the last game. It's been very exciting today, as usual. yeah, I should be able to do more next week, and I'm not supposed to talk too much on if you have a wisdom tooth removed for the next few days. Among other things, I've cross-referenced 15 different websites on it what to do and not to do. I'm looking forward to mashed potato later. It's quite easy to eat. Okay. Maybe that E5 and E4. I thought my knight I5 was quite good on I had really high aspirations for it. It's been one of my favourite quotes recently, on knight on F5. But yeah, it's a tactical liability. Anything like that is any knight outpost is like a tactical liability in its own right. If any outpost in the opponent's possession, because yeah, they got the pressure on it sometimes. Well, it was a tactical liability in that previous game, but F4. F4 is intriguing here. Try and win A1 and collapse the centre. Queen D4. I've been a bit jammy today, yes, hands up. I've been jammy today in several games as usual. It's okay, take on A1. Can I take on A1? Oh, okay. Thanks, Cheshire Mum. Okay, I would like to stay and play longer, but I need to rest my gum. So I'll be better next week, I think. Thanks for coming, and have a good week. All right, yeah. If you did like the session, remember to like the videos on the Kingscrusher and the Chess24 channel, if you could. Okay, thanks very much. Cheers then. See you next week.